Well, today's been a pretty bad day. I've been getting butt kicked today. That right there is the only thing I've caught so far today. A little old coon, probably this year's litter. I ain't even caught a coyote today, which is pretty odd. I don't know if it's this high wind that's come in last night keeping them from moving or what, but it's been a bad day. Got about 9 more traps to check and I'll be done for the day. I don't know what's going on, but that's part of it, I guess. Well, since I got my butt kicked today, I figured I'd do a little video on what baits and lures I use for coyote trapping. Start off with baits. My favorite is Clint Lockular's Federales. Best bait that I've used. I mean, it's an excellent bait. That's my favorite. And one thing, nobody gives me lure or bait or pays me to say nothing like that. I buy everything out of pocket. And the reason I use so many of one person's is because they work for me. They work real good. But the next one is Clint Lockular's also. Primal Paste Bait. Real good bait. I like it good. The next one is Clint Lockular's also Gator Bait. It's got alligator parts in it. I use those two more often, and this one's my change up bait a lot, because you can put this one in a dirt hole, and if you get a bunch of rain and your dirt hole fills up, you'll actually see on the sides where it looks like oil is spilled down through there, and that's from that alligator. Real good bait. My next one is Jeb Hollingshead makes this over at Okie Cable and Trap Supply. It's Vantage. It's a real good bait. I really like it. Jeb's a real good guy. You need any trapping supplies or bait and lure, look him up. He's a real good guy to deal with. I've been dealing with him for about 14 years. Great guy. The next one I like is Caven's Hiawatha Valley. I've had pretty good luck with it. Next one is O'Gorman's Powder River. This is the first year I've tried it, but I've had pretty good luck with it. It's kind of just one I wanted to try out and see how it'd work done. But I've had pretty good success with it. Then I got this one. I wanted to try it. Now guys, I ain't had much luck with it. It's Slim's Premium Predator Bait. I just don't much care for it. It may be just one of them deals where I am. Some lures and baits don't work as good in parts of the world as they do others, but I ain't had much luck with it. Now we'll get over to the baits. My favorite coyote lure. Now this is going to sound funny. Clint Lockular's Cat Collector. It is, I mean, absolutely amazing on coyotes. Love it. My next one, Clint Lockular's Boss Dog. It's got a little bit of skunk in it, and it's a very good lure. I always put it in with Federales or any of the baits actually, but I've used it just by itself, and it's really good just by itself. But in my opinion, 95% of the time, I'm going to have a bait, at least a bait in there. Sometimes I won't put a lure, but a lot of times I'll put bait and lure. And all the Clint Lockular stuff, what I like about it is nearly everything he has is paste, a paste bait. He's got 2 or 3 liquids, and this is one of them. It's the Hammer. He just come out with this not too long ago, and I've had pretty good luck with it. The coyotes dig like crazy at it. I like it pretty good. Next one I use quite a bit is it's Bobcat Gland Lure. It's called Dixie Cat. It's same guy, Jeb Hollingshead, over at Okie Cable and Trap. He makes it. Pretty good lure. Works good on cats too. Next one Dobbins makes. It's GL40 Red Fox Gland Lure. we don't have a lot of red fox around here, and I think that's why it works pretty good. They ain't used to a smell, maybe. I don't know if that's it, but they ain't used to a red fox smell. I think that's why it works better. Really curious about it. I don't know though. Next one is Dobbin's Coyote number 1. It's a coyote gland lure. I've had real good luck with it. I've used it for several years. Works pretty good, and I'm out of one of them. I had to order some more the other day, but it's Clint Lockular's booty call coyote. It's a gland lure. Works real good. Now, these 3 lures here I'm fixing to show are a real good change up for me. If I'm really trying to change something up and everything, anything with beaver caster is going to work pretty good as a change up on predators. But Dobbin's backbreaker, that's good on predators. That's good on beaver. I mean, backbreaker's a very good lure. Versatile lure at that. My next one is Enrager. Clint Lockular sells that. It's a caster based lure, but it is great change up on predators. That's one of my favorite beaver lures I have. I'll do another video if y'all like this on one for cats and one for beavers, but then my other change up for predators, Clint Lockular's Otter Call. It's real good change up on them. I've had pretty good luck changing it up with them. And then also, I carry spoons, guys. That way I ain't having to look for sticks or a thick piece of grass or something to get my bait and lure out with. I carry spoons. You can get a box of them, like 150 or of them like that, for like $5. I mean, that ain't very much, and you can break it in half. Got one for lure and then one for bait. That's, you dip that in there, throw it down your dirt hole or in your portable pocket or underneath the grass or whatever. Your bait on that. That's how I do. I put bait on the spoon part, and then on the handle I put the lure on it. That's just how I do it. Because I hate having to look for sticks and stuff. Now, if you're around trees and stuff, that's one thing. But out in my cow pastures and stuff, there's hardly ever tree limbs around me. So it makes it hard to find something to dip your lure and bait out with. But also, what I want to show y'all, if y'all noticed, there's tape on all my lures and baits. That's clear packaging tape, like they package your orders when you order something. I don't know if I saw that on a video or read it or heard it on a podcast or what. I've been doing that for a few years, but guys, you know, if you don't put something over them, all your labels will come off. And I know some guys, they'll write on top of the lids and stuff, but I ain't got very good handwriting. And you get a little lid, like on a Dobbins or like on this hammer, for instance, there ain't very much room. I mean, that's my thumb over it, covers it, you know. Not very much room to be writing. You can take that clear tape and put over that. Guys, it really saves it. I mean, it does real good. It holds them on there and everything. You ain't worry about it peeling off. I mean, my trapping bag sits in the back of my truck from start of season to end of season, and I don't have no problems with labels coming off. Like this Vantage right here, I've had this jar of bait here for 2 years. This is the 2nd year. I had another one. I always buy 2 to 3 of each one that I like real good, and this is the last one I have of it. But I mean, you can tell this jar has been through the ringer, and that label's still in pretty good shape. You can see the line of the tape goes right through here. I mean, where it ain't covered, it's coming off, but underneath that tape, it's still in great shape. But I thought that might help these guys just starting, or maybe even some guys that's been trapping a while but wanting to try their baits and just wasn't sure if they worked or not. This is what worked. But those is what works for me. They work real good. And I like this DeWalt bag. It come with 7-inch grinder, maybe it was. Some 7-inch grinders I bought. They come with them. The bag comes with them. I buy them 7-inch grinders for my welding truck. I weld on pipeline, and I don't have no use for the bag, but besides this, and it makes a really good trapping bag. I mean, got plenty of pockets all around it for your baits and lures, and then in here it's got plenty of room for everything. Then I carry a bigger sledge. It's a 10 or 15 pound sledge. I just carry it in the back of my truck. I hardly ever use it, but that's bobcat urine. That's about the only urine I use. I got a gray fox urine, but I don't hardly use it. I don't use coyote urine. I just don't like to, but use that on my cat sets. And but what I was going to show you, see, it's got pockets in here, which this one's ripped open, so I don't use it, but it's got pockets on this side. I got them quick connects in there. I got J hooks in there, and then this one here I got quick clips in there. But while I was showing y'all my baits and lures I like to use, I just thought I'd show y'all my trapping bag. And this here, this kneeling pad, a couple of years ago, Jeb gave it to me to try out, and I don't necessarily use it to keep sand off the ground from my knees, but what I use it for is a bunch of these cow pastures around here. We call them cuckleburs. They're just little bitty round things about the size of a small gumdrop, and I got little spikes all the way around them. Boy, when you nail on one of them, you know it hurts. But that's what I use that for. I nail on that, and I don't get them cuckleburs in my knees. It sure makes the day better when you don't get them daggum things in your knee. That's what I use that for. But those are baits and lures I use, and that's kind of how my bag's set up. But hope that helps some of y'all guys out that's getting into it, or maybe even helps some of the older guys out that's been doing it and just wasn't sure about a bait. Just that's my opinion on it. And if y'all guys like this video, let me know, and comment on there, and maybe give me an idea for another video or something. I'm going to try to make a video on my beaver lures and a video on my cat lures. But have a good day, y'all.